It's somewhere, it's a cross between a, common.
And in places like the UK and the US, we have enrollment centers. If you are interested in knowing the, but today you can arrive in Nigeria, in the airport you have
some kind of sports where Nigerians in.
I've made 2 comments. Yes. So the last one is going to be the very.
I don't see why young people should be made to problems to.
It's a very lucid presentation. Let me.
Republic of Nigeria, and by extension, ensuring security, tackling corruption, and promoting an inclusion, have demonstrated enormous capacity under the Africa setting up a border security force of transnational organized crimes. We are items as well as irregular migration across the as part of efforts of strengthening border security to complement other existing physical border management system. It is necessary to observe Nigeria's extensive land and maritime borders, the Republic, to the east by Chad and from international travel protocols regarding of concern, as this has aided smuggling of the security of the waterways for commercial activities. Government has been affected in Nigeria as well as their consequences. Now, while we continue to extend that against any criminal activity, in conclusion, last 20 to 30 minutes or so, I have attempted to give you with emphasis on Nigeria. These threats, we no doubt, is that we have shown the capacity to address insecurity.
General Mogono just confessed that it took 20 to 30 minutes. I'm obliged to give you more time, but going forward, we are going to give the other speakers a plea that they go down a little bit less so that
officials. Nigerian, I am pleased that I have seen a number of familiar faces here that I haven't seen for ages ago because I am under lock and key. It is my great pleasure for me to join you today as the inaugural session of the Nigerian International Partnership Forum. I thank the organizers for this well-intentioned initiative. I also thank the Nigerian and French diplomatic and business communities for their sustained faith in Nigeria, confidence in our government, and significant contributions to our economic prospects. France-Nigeria bilateral relations are currently at their best. Our administration has capitalized on the strong political and economic ties between both countries to deepen trade relations, retaining Nigeria as France's biggest trading partner in sub-Saharan Africa. I believe that the robust bilateral engagement fits into the French plan to reset and rebalance its foreign policy framework in Africa for sustainable and mutually beneficial partnership. Most recently in Glasgow and earlier in Riyadh, I stressed the importance of international cooperation in addressing the diverse challenges triggered by COVID-19 pandemic. If anything ever tested multilateralism and signaled the poor state of international cooperation, it was the absence of a viable global plan for tackling the pandemic. However, with the emergence and efficacy of vaccines, the world anticipates a brighter future. For us in Nigeria, lessons drawn from the pandemic prompted us to redouble our efforts to mitigate its socio-economic effects. Despite prevailing uncertainties, our equitable and sustainable reform initiatives resulted in substantial economic gains and steady recovery. I can assure you that our administration is on the right path to achieving multi-sectoral progress. We have revitalized the economy by increasing investments in capacity building, health, infrastructure, women's empowerment, climate change, and food security. Today, these actions are yielding self-employment, expanding our human resource pool, and strengthening our national productivity for sustainable development. Recognizing the importance of security to our nation's risk profile, we reassessed and updated our national security strategy in 2019. The implementation of this multi-sectoral strategy has contributed to the progress we have made in fighting insurgents and terrorists in northeast of the country. Working closely with international partners, we are firmly addressing the root causes of crimes and taking measures to prevent and counter violent extremism. As I said on the 5th edition of the Future Investment Initiative Summit in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, investing in humanity is investing in our collective survival. With this in mind, we have incorporated the public-private partnership model into our economic recovery plan to attract private sector participation in the financing and operations of critical economic and social infrastructure. This measure is already helping to mitigate COVID-19 triggered capital flight and decline in grant and development financing. Also, at the just concluded COP26 in Glasgow, I stressed the link between modern infrastructure and overall economic development of a nation. Hence, the massive infrastructure expansion program we have been executing in various sectors since the beginning of this administration. $1.5 trillion is the cumulative amount estimated to be spent within a period of 10 years from 2015. So far, we have made significant investment in railways, seaports, roads, renewable energy, housing, and many other attractive to prospective investors. Institutions such as the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority and the recently created Infrastructure Corporation of Nigeria run as independent and world-class institutions to support and facilitate investment in the country. We have not only provided several opportunities for investment in the mining sector, but we have also simplified the licensing processes. Extensive investments in transportation of raw materials, equipment, and other mining elements by road and by rail have also been made. To keep the progress in the digital economy, the fastest growing sector in Nigeria in both 2020 and 2021 on track, we recently approved the national policy on 5th generation network. Our ultimate goal is to leverage ICT platforms to spur further investments and create jobs while diversifying support to other emerging sectors. Already, several foreign investors are taking advantage of our recent ranking as the leading startup ecosystem in Africa. Over a week ago, I launched the e-Naira, the electronic version of our national currency. When fully operationalized, this innovation will increase participation in fintech within Nigeria, increase efficiency, in the banking sector and boost our capacity to combat illicit flow of funds. In the oil and gas sector, I recently signed the Petroleum Industry Act. The legislation, which is expected to serve as a liberalizing force in the industry, introduce incentives such as tax holidays, zero-interest loans, and easy repatriation of profits. Our plan is to increase liquefied natural gas exports and expand our domestic market. Partnerships in textile and leather processing, tourism, and health sectors are also areas we can explore. In the agricultural sector, through our Anchor Borrowers program, we provided loans and technical support to smallholder farmers, leading to the expansion in the number of rice mills in Nigeria from 10 in 2014 to 40 today. The country has also increased the number of active fertilizer blending plants to more than 46 from fewer than 5 in 2014. Similarly, we have set aside several million hectares of available arable land for agriculture and have embarked on the creation of substantial agriculture processing zones across the country. I am proud to reiterate our resolve to reduce and ultimately eliminate obstacles to access and retention of foreign direct investment. Our investment-friendly policies are backed by the rule of law, practical security policies, and a resilient population. Let me finally stress that Nigeria is open for partnership and cooperation. I invite the French businesses community to take advantage of the vast investment opportunities in Africa's largest economy. As our development partners, rest assured that we will stand together with you throughout our partnership journey to guarantee our mutual interest. Once again, I sincerely appreciate the time taken by our friends and partners to be here today and the confidence reposed in Nigeria as the gateway for investments in Africa. I wish both sides of the partnership very fruitful engagements. Thank you very much.
Okay, so beyond pandemic is the theme of this Nigeria International Partnership Forum. What does it seek to achieve?
It seeks to bring a special spotlight on Nigeria in France and in Europe on matters of security. Where are we today? What is the climate of investment? How are we promoting trade? What are these policies the government is promoting on the ease of doing business? How are we going to attract investment? How are we going to close the infrastructure gap? So this is essentially a very high level get together. French government officials are there, the private sector, leaders of government here and in Nigeria and France. And so therefore the idea is, as we said, post-COVID, what are the opportunities and how can we promote investment in our country, and how do we clear the cobweb of misunderstanding, especially of matters of security. We have done so much and so well, averting these dangers. People need to be reassured that the climate itself is good enough for investors to come.
Some may wonder, why France?
Because, two things. One is that Nigeria is conscious of the fact we ourselves are surrounded by French-speaking countries, and France is the metropolitan headquarters of French-speaking Africa. So whatever you do in France, it cascades down to the countries in our own neighborhood. Some influence being generated from here over, and above all, there is a sense that Nigeria is misunderstood in France and in much of Europe. We have dealt mostly with United Kingdom, United States of America, but we seem to have a problem here. And we need to bring a public understanding of who we are as a country, what is the actual situation of things in our own country, so that people with money, industries, they will feel reassured. Those who are already in the country will continue to remain there and intensify there. And those who are looking in from outside will have the confidence to now bring in investment and grow our economy and development and create jobs for our people.
What do you expect from France? What actually in areas of security and investment?
We are already working together, but we need to do more. Because the problems of security are not just about Nigeria, they affect all of the countries around the Lake Chad Basin, for instance, or the maritime security in the Delta area. And we are being neighbored, we are closeted by French-speaking countries. So we need to come close to them, and whatever dividing walls that are between ourselves and them, those walls need to be dissolved. And that's what we're doing.
Do you expect more stronger economic ties?
Oh, absolutely.
Given that we have French companies already.
Absolutely. Now, this is the leading investment destination. Nigeria is the leading investment destination for France in the sub-Saharan Africa. We want to maintain that lead, and we want to increase their participation in our economy, because we know what that means for our own population, our young population aspiring for jobs and prosperity. So that's where we're going. Thank you very much.
Why not just the government is interested in this Nigerian International Partnership Forum?
Well, first of all, we're very much interested, and we came on the invitation of the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The program just started not too long ago, but the whole program is designed to discuss how security issues affect investments, how security issues, different types of criminal activities slow down progress, developmental progress in Nigeria, cybercrime, bandits, and what have you. And I think having listened to the speakers, I can say there is hope, especially when it comes to using technology to address our security challenges. I have already seen signs, because we have already started engaging the Minister of Communication towards some initiatives that we have used in recent times to curtail some of these bandits' activities. And it appears that the activities of bandits is not just in Nigeria, it's in most parts of Africa, especially West Africa. So engaging most of the speakers here, having listened to their efforts, I think there is hope. It also shows that everyone is concerned. And I believe with efforts of the federal government, very soon, most of these challenges will be addressed.
So what will be your major takeaways from here?
Well, my major takeaways from here, first of all, I will leave here with a peaceful mind. Actually, in the past, I thought we were left alone. But what I have heard and seen today, it appears that there is a great attention in what is happening. And if once we're able to acknowledge that there is a problem, then a solution is coming soon.